Welcome back, everybody, for Realms of Faroff. Bunch of crazy friends join their lives with clicky clacky math rocks and chaos. Um, let's see. Last we left off, the Knights of Luna took off towards their first adventure, bashing on some of Randy's rats. Randy just had so many rats, he couldn't keep bashing them away. Called in these fine adventurers to come to his lodge and take care of them for them. And they were doing great. Bashed a lot of rats, but a few rats managed to slip away. And in pursuit of those rats, they have found themselves stumbling into a seemingly long forgotten mausoleum, to a forgotten paragon of the world, filled with undead. Who would have thought? A crypt with undead. They managed to push their way a little bit further into the crypt before encountering this gnashing of bones noise that seemed to overwhelm not just them and their senses, but also divine powers that were binding the undead and brushing them away, broke under the force of this reverberating noise. After crushing the undead before them, they started making their way a little bit further into the crypt when they turned a corner and found themselves with some more undead who just didn't like these pesky adventurers causing them problems. And so that's where we're going to pick up tonight, straight into the thick of it with some combat. So let's all roll initiative. Let's get some tunes going here too.
Dude.
Can we get Highway to Hell?
I'm afraid I don't have the license for Highway to Hell yet. If any places want to give me that, I'm more than open to that deal. All right. Let's get these things added to initiative.
Jules is apparently just not very quick in the crypt. The second time I've been bottom of the list.
Alara, on the other hand, is on this shit.
No, you're not. You're not the bottom.
Oh no. I'm sorry, Dakota.
It's okay. I'd rather roll low for initiative than anything else, really.
Like a fort safe.
I mean, there are advantages sometimes to going last.
Hey, God, if you use the initiative button in the top left, it'll automatically put it in the
It
thingy
doesn't
for
work for me because I can't get my character sheet to save and roll 20.
Okay.
Let me get you added up.
Foundry fixes that problem.
It will.
Yeah.
I've tried like 3 separate occasions and it just doesn't save everything.
All right. Fee, what was your initiative?
6.
6. All right. Let's order this up. All right. So, Alara, you're at the top of the initiative. You heard Kip give one of his classic little squeals of danger. What would you like to do?
Can I teleport to him from where I am?
No, you can only teleport within line of sight.
Okay.
So you could teleport to all the way to the end down here.
I'll do that.
All right.
Actually, no, I'll just...
So if you just want a full run down that way, you could easily get to where Kip is.
Yeah, I'm gonna full run.
Okay. So you will rush through, and you'll be able to make it to here with a full run.
Okay.
All right. Alara, Kip, and Imnos. I need will saves from all 3 of you.
Is it a spell or spell-like effect?
It is.
Okie doke.
Is a spell-like effect. Check myself here real fast. Oh, I take that back. It's a supernatural ability.
That also falls under that for me.
Okay, cool. 25. All right, perfect. All right, thank you very much. Kip, you're up.
How high up Oh, wait, we already discussed how that would be a really bad idea.
Oh, the shatter. Yeah, you think that would be a really bad idea?
Still kind of want to do it, but
Let me rephrase. It could be a really bad idea. It could be the greatest idea you've ever had.
is this like plain rock floor or is there dirt?
There's a little dirt in here. There's a mixture. This is an unworked cavern. That sort of the walls were broken through where you got into here.
Okay. And I can see him. Uh, tu- 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 tu. All right, I'm going to cast Earthen Grasp.
All right. What does that do?
I will post it.
Okay.
Because it's a lot.
Right. You bring forth from the ground an arm made of dense, compacted earth and soil that can grapple your foes. Treat the arm as a medium-sized creature with a base attack bonus equal to your caster level and strength score. 14. Arm doesn't move from the square it appears in, but can grapple one attempt per turn. Okay.
Hey Johnny, you might aren't we in a stone catacomb?
I just finished asking if there was dirt on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so where you are right now, you're okay with that. Let me throw a little token down here to symbolize it. What do I got? Do I got anything here that's earth? Do I have an earth elemental in here? I should. Nope, let's throw this slad down. The slad will be your earthen arm.
Okay,
Is that where you would like it?
absolutely.
All right. So let's get that roll. You're trying to do a grapple check?
Yes.
All right. Give me your grapple roll for the arm. 13. Dex check for the skeleton, because he's way more dexterous than he is strong. And I rolled a 15. So unfortunately, your arm rips out, grabs onto one of its rib cage, and it just does like a little spin, and the rib bone just slides right out of its grasp. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
All right. The skeleton is going to move. He is going to move around the arm. Does the arm get attacks opportunity? I don't think it does.
Doesn't say that it does not.
Let's get attacks. Doesn't move. Provoking it. Okay. But can make one grapple attempt per round against any creature in its square or any adjacent square, provoking attacks of opportunity as normal. All right, I'm going to read that as it does get an attack for opportunity. So go ahead and do your attack for opportunity with the arm.
Nope.
No, he beat that. All right, he moves past, comes up on Alara. Alara, he comes at you with his rusty short sword. 16?
Shit, tetanus. Does not hit.
All right. Akko, you're up.
Okay, Akko is going to, hearing the sounds of battle on the other side, I'm going to hug this wall that's along the south side of the room here.
Okay.
And I just want to stealth forward.
All right, give me a stealth roll.
Also, question.
Yes.
Is this kind of like rocky terrain, or is it just stone?
Right now it's stone, like cobblestone, but once you start moving into right here, it starts to become rocky.
Okay, then can I roll with the additional +4 to stealth for being a troglodyte in a rocky?
Yes.
Okay.
That's fine. Because you're moving into that type of terrain, so that's appropriate.
All right, let's give it the old 1, 2,
19. All right.
and then we
Go ahead and
1.
move yourself as you want to move yourself.
I don't see anything.
See what you see.
That'll be it.
All right. Let's see. Imnos, you're up.
All right. Mnos will hop over here right next to Alara, and I'll try and give the skeleton a mountain hammer. A nice wide stance and solid fist right to the sternum.
Okay.
Let's see if that works. Probably not with a roll like that.
Nope. Unfortunately, your fist is gonna buzz in and just miss cleanly off its chin.
All right. That's me.
All right. Jules, you're up.
All right, I am going to rush this direction. Do we not have grid squares? Should I just measure?
No, just go ahead and move yourself as appropriate. The measuring tool's way off.
Okay.
Like, if you're just moving your regular movement, you could get, like, right here.
We're just kind of
Right here?
eyeballing it.
Yeah, I'm just eyeballing it. So, like, right here, you could get there.
Yeah, I was just kind of eyeballing the squares that are in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. I only see only see this one skelly boy.
That is all you appear to see currently.
Well, and you, man, I'll just that'll end my turn. If actually, if a whole horde or a larger threat of a undead appears, then I'll do my turn. But it would have to be like 5 or 6 undead for me to bother with it.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Window closed. Back up. All right. That happens. Fee, you're up. You and Luna
Yep.
are all by yourselves.
Yep. If I run towards Kip screaming, how far can I get?
I'll move you. You all could move to right here with a full round of movement.
Okay. I will do that then.
Okay. Imnos, Alara, and Kip, you can hear the splashing of water coming from inside of this cavern ahead of you behind the skeleton. And you also hear a dull moan. Alara, you're
Company
up.
on the way.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bash the skeleton in front of me, of course.
Give me that bashing check. It's like a rat. You can bash away at that.
Ah, fuck.
Your
Well-
blade cuts cleanly through its rib cage, but there's nothing to
wow.
get into, as it just goes between bone and out the other side.
God
This is a
damn
slippery
it.
skeleton.
Gross.
You're off to a bad start.
I rolled my 120 of the game. On initiative.
Double checking something here. All right, that happens. Kip, you're up.
Can't hear you, Kip.
Pew pew. I'm gonna try for a pew.
You're doing a Eldritch Blast at it?
Yeah.
All right. I believe that will provoke because you're doing a ranged attack next to it.
Yep.
Okay. So let me get that out of the way. Opportunity attack. 15.
Nope.
All right. He takes a swing at you but misses. As a dazzling ray of green and purple energy vibrates out of your hand point blank and smashes soundly into it for 10 damage.
Nice.
You watch as its skull cracks, and its jaw falls off of its head. In response, it looks away from Alara and stabs at you with its blade. Dirty 20?
Yes.
All right. You are going to take 5 points of damage, and I need a fortitude save, please.
Okay. I will reduce that by 1.
Okay. I do have to say, the nice thing about me looking to migrate us over to Boundary is that I'm way more in tune with all of your characters now than I was before. Like, you say, I'm going to take 1 off. I even have to ask you why. Like, I know exactly why now. 13. Noted. Akko, you're up.
Okay. Do I hear the sounds of all of this coming from behind me, or can I hear it coming from in front of me too?
You could only hear it through that passageway that you slipped past before.
Okay.
You
so
don't
I
hear anything
right.
to your west.
Okay. Then I am going to backtrack, staying stealth.
Yep. Got
Just
that
kind of make
19.
my way through here. That's probably about as far as I can get without going faster.
Yeah, that's about right. So that's your movement action. Anything else you want to do?
Well, I can't see anything, and I've got all my buffs running, so nope.
Okay. Imno, sure up.
I'm gonna try and give him a scissor kick with Wolfang Strike.
All right.
Two sort of jumping roundhouses. First one is definitely gonna miss.
It's going to miss.
Second
That
one
will
is
absolutely hit.
yeah. I don't think I can crit an undead, but it'll hit him.
No discernible anatomy besides its bone work. So you will get the hit on it, though, for sure.
That's good enough for me. Alright.
Hate these things.
5 points of crunch.
Give me 1 second. Just got to get the music back down to a level that doesn't blow out everyone's eardrums. You said 5 damage?
Mhm.
All right, 5 damage. It is still up. Got it. Jules, you're up.
There we go. Sorry, I couldn't find the Zoom. Let's see. Kip got hit the other round or earlier.
He did. He got stabbed.
How's he looking?
I mean, he's looking okay. He's not bloodied or anything.
Yeah.
For those of you not familiar with 4th edition, because it's a terrible system and many people didn't play it, bloodied refers to being half damage or lower. I did like that term from 4E.
But
There's some
nothing
good
else.
ideas in it.
A stop clock is right twice a day.
I'm gonna hold my action and be ready to cast Cure Moderate if anybody should go down.
Okay. Just so you know, in 3.5, the way that works is you literally are casting the spell. If you don't use it by your next turn, it fizzles out and you blow it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I do have a lot of HP, but I'm not. I'm just above. I'm just a little bit above half.
Oh, well then I would gladly do a Cure Moderate on you. Give me 1 moment. Regain 13.
Perfect.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You all hear some more splashing inside of the room. Fee, you're up.
I'm going to cast. What do I want to cast? Helps if I look at druid spells, not ranger spells.
They're like the same thing, right?
They're almost the same thing. Let's see. I'm gonna cast Magic Stone,
Okay.
which summons 3 stones that gain a +1 on attack rolls.
Okay.
And I'm going to hurl them at the fucking skeleton.
Sure. Give me a ranged attack for your first stone.
Yep. Nope.
Nope. That's going to go a little wide. Goes right over his head.
Damn, this skeleton is so fucking wily.
But I am gonna send Luna in.
Okay. Luna charges between Imnos's legs and dive tackles at the undead.
Get the bone, Luna.
Yeah, Luna's not gonna get the bone.
Luna like nips at its ankle, unsure of which bone to go for. All right. You hear some more moaning inside the room, along with the sound of water cascading, kind of like someone overturned a bucket. Alara, you're up.
Since my slashy sword isn't helping, I'm just gonna try to punch this thing in the face.
Okay.
Ooh,
You gonna do a
shit.
gauntlet attack on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
You go in for the punch, and as it leans back like fully Matrix style, like it didn't need to go back that far, but it did, as its spine just inverts on itself.
I fucking hate this skeleton.
All right.
Skeleton's a new MVP.
It's unfortunate he's not on our side.
Yeah,
Don't
seriously.
listen to them, Luna. Don't listen.
Akko, you feel something.
Uh-oh.
You're standing there, you're sneaking up along the hallway, and your senses tingle. As at first you feel movement above you. Not directly above you, but above you in front of you. Near where Kip is. And then you feel something maneuver down the wall and serpentine in front of you. As it completes its movement, everyone will see as this creature materializes, as electricity starts sparking up along its vertebrae. What you see is a serpent body composed of nothing but long vertebrae bones, coursing around itself with the skull of a person and spikes coming off of its head. The spikes start scintillating with more electricity as its mouth unhinges, and a lightning bolt flooms forward straight up at Kip, Alara, Imnos, and Fee. I'm going to need all 4 of you to give me a reflex save.
Like that.
Boy. Uh-oh.
And I believe that I forget here, Katie, remind me, you give people a bonus for being near you for all saving throws, or is it just fear-based saving throws?
My bless is it wait.
Your aura of courage.
Oh shit.
I just don't remember if it's
Give me a second.
because that could be very important right now.
At 3rd level, a paladin is immune to fear, magical or otherwise. Each ally within 10 feet of her gains +4 morale bonus on saving throws against fear effects.
Fear. Okay, so not all spell effects. All right. Let's see. Imnos.
I'm afraid of this lightning bolt. Does that count?
But you Imnos, you save. Alara, you save. You save. Fee, you save. Kip, you're the only one who fails, unfortunately, at the DC 13. So if you fail, you are going to take 22 points of lightning damage. And if you pass, you take half of that, so 11.
Can I sacrifice my reroll for Johnny?
No, unfortunately you can't.
Okay.
Do we want a fate dice?
Yeah.
Or is it?
I'd be willing to spend a fate die to have Kip not take that in the face.
You got a die 8 and a die 10 available.
I absolutely think you should use it, Johnny. But it's up to you.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
That is unkind.
And I am dead because I took monstrous damage compared to my con score.
What were you at?
No,
HP wise?
That puts me
that's
at
only
negative.
50.
That puts me at -5.
You're
So
alive then.
you're still alive.
Right, but your house rule is if you take double your con score and damage, you die.
No, I don't do the massive damage rolls.
Oh, I could have sworn that was one of the house rules.
No, in order for you to die, you have to have your con score in negative hit points. It's not the damage that you take, it's just your bleed out effect, basically.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I am at -5.
All right.
I should ask now. Do we heal from 0?
Yes, you do. So if you touch somebody and they're at -5 and they get 5, they go to 5 hit points, not 0.
Just wanted to double check.
That is kind.
All right. So Kip, give me a fortitude save, please.
Oh, I'm fantastic at those.
Kip, you're laying there, your body slightly twitching from the electricity that just plowed through you. And for a moment, you gasp as you almost feel your heart stop. And then that buzz of electricity shoots through you like adrenaline as you heave in a full breath. And you go back up to 1 hit point.
Okay.
All right.
Related.
Skeleton is going to attack at Alara. Alara, 18.
Yes, that does hit.
Okay. Take 4 points of damage as his blade manages to find a gap in your armor. Akko,
How much damage did we take from the?
if you passed, you took 11 points of electricity damage.
Okay, thank you.
Akko, you're up. This giant creature is right in front of you.
Okay, first off, it's Akko's turn to scream, so that happens. And so it's a skeleton-looking snake thing with a person's head?
It looks like a giant anaconda, like a 15, 18 foot long anaconda with a person's skull at the top of it, with bones protruding like hair off of its head as it swings around and looks at you with these ruby red fiery eyes.
How close am I to it?
You are within 10 feet of it, which you believe is within its reach if it has reach.
Right. All right. I am going to 5-foot step backwards, out of its reach. And if it's big enough to stand in this hallway, I assume that if I get big, I am big enough to stand in this hallway.
So there are different ways to portray large size creatures. You have large, tall. You also have large, long. So this is a long, large creature. So it's like coiled in on itself right now as it's sitting in the middle of the hallway.
So I don't think I could get big in here.
You might be able to get large where you are right now. If you tried to move around, though, you're going to be squeezed into this space. Like if you tried to go down these corridors to the north or the south, you feel like you would be like squished in. You can still do it, You're just not going to have maneuverability very well.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I'm asking then. As long as it's basically staying where it is, I could beat it up. So I'm gonna get big,
All right.
and then that's
You
my action.
Cast enlarge.
I do not cast anything. I simply get big.
Oh,
Neato.
all right. You turn large size. Your horns scrape against the roof of the cavern, causing sparks to shoot off as your body accommodates into the space. Imnos, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna try and finish the skeleton. I'm just gonna give it like a knife hand chop, but I'll use Flame's Blessing to add some burning damage.
Okay.
On the attempt. Well, all right then.
That will
Fuck
absolutely
yes.
hit. You're on fire, Joel.
Literally.
We just had to get through all those bad rolls first.
Right?
So we did. 13 points of damage.
All right. And that's fire. I assume that's what
Fire
that
and
one.
bludgeoning, yeah.
Okay. So the bones are scorched as you just obliterate this thing, and it goes down in a pile of semi-ashen bones.
Nice. And I'm gonna move up to here to start, like, trying to fend this thing off of Kip.
Okay. Jules, you're up.
Jules is going to cast where he is. So behind what I'm assuming is a pillar between me and the creature. All right, so I will cast Cure Moderate, and I'm gonna reach over and grab Kip's ankle. You're muted, Wade.
Thank you. Yeah, you can do that. You reach over,
Okay.
you grasp your hand onto Kip's ankle, and Kip, you are flooded with positive energy as your wounds start to regenerate over.
Kip lets out a blood-curdling screech.
And now that I can see this thing, can I roll a knowledge check to figure out what the hell it is?
Yeah, knowledge religion would be the check you are looking for.
Natural 15.
All right.
Or
So
15, yeah.
what you are aware of, Jules, are creatures that are called Nagas. Nagas are, in their living form, a variety of different species of these serpentine beasts with people faces. There's a lot of different type of Nagas that you're aware of, but this one, aptly named, is simply called a bone Naga. You know that it is a mutated form using necromantic energies to create this out of a living Naga into this creature. They, as far as you are aware, are pretty powerful, but you're not fully aware of all its capabilities. But you do know it's an undead for sure that you're looking at.
Okay, so vulnerable to radiant energy and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you think it probably would have all the classic resistances of a skeleton on top of that, because it is a pile of bones too.
Yeah, the party probably figures that much out. It's undead. So, and then I'll get back to hiding behind the pillar.
Okay. Let's see. Alara, you watch as another skeleton slips out from behind this boulder and rushes forward. Kip, make an attack of opportunity for your arm. Ooh. And it comes to a screeching halt as the earthen hand reaches up and grasps around its ankle and anchors it down to the floor. Its bone face chitters wildly as it just hauls back with its spear and hucks it forward towards Alara. But a 12 probably will miss Alara.
It does miss.
The spear flies past your face and slams into the rock behind you, skittering past Jules into the hallway. Fee, you're up.
All right, that's enough of this bullshit. I'm going to move right here, and I am going to cast Flaming Sphere. Manyama. A boulder. Boulder works. That works.
What the fuck?
It's just
Sorry.
non-fire boulder.
Right there.
Where are you putting it? On top of it?
Right there.
Okay,
Like right in front of it, because I can make it move.
got it.
And
The
then
red
I'm just
slag
gonna,
will be that.
I'm just gonna push it into the skeleton.
All right, what does it need? A reflex save?
The skeleton needs to make a reflex save at a DC of 16.
Well, he fails that. What type of damage is he looking at?
2d6 fire damage.
All right.
Yep.
Seven fire.
It,
Got it.
and the
He
boulder's
watches
still
it.
there.
Yeah, you watch as this roiling ball of flame slams into it full, and as it moves through the skeleton's body is just charred from the wrecking power of the flame. All right. You all watch as a zombie turns the corner here, and it is dripping wet. Its body is puffed and bloated as just water is wringing down its form.
So it's
Um,
juicy.
It is
Ew.
it is quite moist, in fact.
Gross.
As it's going to move right through the ball of flame. Give me a 2d6 fire, Fee.
Okay.
If voluntarily
make
move through it.
All right. Six.
All right. It doesn't seem like it has quite the same effect, probably due to the fact that its body is completely soaked through with water right now. So the flames didn't really have much to catch fire with it, unlike some of the desiccated corpses that you've seen up to this point. It's going to move up, and it's going to attack Imnos from behind. Imnos, does a 19 hit you?
It does.
All right, it comes up behind Imnos, and its hands latch onto his shoulder and his arm and pulls him back slightly as it bites into his neck.
Ow, my neck.
Imnos, you're going to take 5 points of damage,
Okay.
and I need a fortitude save, please.
$14.
Noted. Alara, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the zombie next to me, and I'm just gonna shake my head and put my hand out and put it on the thing's face and say, I don't want to deal with you right now. I'm gonna lay on hands for 5, which will be 10 damage.
Okay, give me a melee touch attack.
Okay. The fuck? Hold on. What am I rolling? Oh, there
Just
we go.
roll your sword and take one off of it. It's the same thing. You just have a +1 on your sword because
Okay.
it's masterwork. Or your gauntlet. They both work.
My gauntlet does not have a.
Fine, just use your sword.
No. It does not have a +1, so it would just be base.
Yeah, for the gauntlet. And that will hit the zombie as you basically tell it to talk to the hand as its face erupts with this positive energy that floods into its body. And it will take the 10 damage. And it is still up, but you can see that its body is starting to fluff off skin
right.
as it's starting to decompose rapidly.
If I move away from it, that would be an attack of opportunity for it, correct?
If you move more than 5 feet away from it,
All right.
yes.
Here is my question.
Okay.
Is there any way for me to move forward closer to the Naga?
You could teleport. That's a move action for you.
Can I teleport here?
Yes. That's
I'm
within
gonna
line
do
of
that.
sight. The Naga is basically see through with all of its non-existent internal organs.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, you pop through over to the other side. All right, Bone Naga's turn. See what it wants to do. All right, seeing Alara wielding positive energy and then moving to its range, it's going to turn to her and it's going to do a full attack. So first its head snaps out to try and bite into you. 14 will miss.
No.
No.
No, you're sorry. You said 14 and I just said
Oh.
no.
And then 23 will most certainly
That
hit.
will hit.
All right, you are going to take 8 points of damage, and I need a fortitude save, please.
Okay.
You're just doing great. Like, you're pumping adrenaline. Its tail whips around like a stinger and slams right into your shoulder and rips out. And for a moment you feel like your arm's on fire. You're like, no, I'm in this moment, and you don't feel anything. You don't feel hurt at all.
Excellent. Thank you.
Kip, you are prone on the ground with the Bone Naga directly in front of you. What would you like to do?
That's a good question. There's not really any good options here. I'll use my standard action to stand up and then take a 5-foot step back.
Okay. Got it.
I think it's just a move for you to stand up.
It is in fact just a move for you to stand up.
Well, yeah, but if I take a 5-foot step, it might as well be a standard because then I'm double moving.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Let's see. Zombie's turn. He's going to continue trying to bite into Imnos. Imnos
Yep.
13.
No, sir.
All right. You manage to reach behind you and grab some of its hair and hold it back at this awkward angle, but it's luckily not biting you right now, which is the important part. Akko, you are big. You are here. What do you want to do?
I would like to slide back into range because I now
Okay.
also have 10 feet of reach.
Easy enough.
And I'm going to swing over Alara's. Actually, I'm going to drop my spear and I'm going to swing over Alara's head with 2 claws and a bite.
Okay, you're going full attack on it with your natural troglodyte weapons.
I am. And I don't have
Okay.
any of these set in, so I'm going to have to do them manually. So there is Claw 1.
Okay, check its AC. Okay, that will miss.
Claw 2. So
That
even
will
worse.
miss.
And then the bite is at -2.
That will hit. You go in, you're like, it's your claws are like just screeching along its bones like this, like chalk on chalkboard. And then finally you manage to grab one of its rib vertebrae and pull it in as you just gnash down on its head.
And then damage. Woo!
7, and that's piercing.
Actually, it's piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning. Bites basically ignore standard damage reduction.
Oh, that's right. That's fair. All right, got it. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Would
Right,
you like me
Kip?
to roll for the hand?
On the skeleton's turn, I'll have you do it.
Okay.
Imnos, you're up.
I'm going to take a full round action to collect myself and recover some maneuvers.
Okay. Even in this moment, as you're holding this zombie off of you, you find that moment of center, that moment where everything goes still, and you manage to collect yourself.
Excellent.
Jules, you're up.
How's the party looking?
Terrified.
Pretty good.
Kip is probably looking the worst of anybody, closely followed up by Imnos.
Jules is going to grab his holy symbol again, and he's going to focus very hard and attempt to turn them all.
All right.
Pull that up again. Charisma check is first. I'm going to go ahead and use my reroll.
Okay.
Slightly better.
As you call upon Duquesne, for a moment you feel faltering in the face of this giant monstrosity in front of you, but you hear a voice, power to you, and you manage to surge up a little bit more.
Okay. So that is going to be just my level's worth of hit dice, unfortunately.
Okay, so what's the maximum HD that you can affect right now?
$2d6 plus my cleric level plus my charisma modifier. 15 hit dice.
Yeah, 15 hit dice worth of undead, but what's the maximum HD that you can affect? Like the HD of the
19?
creature. You can affect a 19 HD creature?
Hold on. Oh, most powerful I can affect is a level 4.
All right. So the golden chains start to wrap around the creatures around you. The bone naga does the shivering and it snaps off of it, unaffecting it. But the zombie and the skeleton both appear to have it latch onto them, and you feel like you managed to turn both of them.
Focus your
Alright.
attacks. I've got the smaller ones taken care of.
This skeleton is going to try and break away, Kip, from the earthen grass, so give me a grapple. Okay, and it manages to hold on to it. It can't get away. Fee, you're up.
Wait, I still get an action on the hand.
Okay.
He can damage or move it into a pin.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Do whichever one you want to do.
I'm gonna try to make him eat rock.
Okay. Was that a post strength check for the pen?
Yes.
I don't know why my messenger keeps me. It shouldn't be. Okay, you guys can just hear whenever I get messages. Let's see, 21. Is that your roll?
Yes.
That skeleton eats fucking dirt as that earthen grass pulls it fully into the ground, smashing its face into the stone.
4 damage.
All right, 4 damage. He doesn't like that. All right. Anything else for that?
Nope.
Okay. B, you're up.
For my move action, I basically just point at the boulder, and it just rolls right on top, like steamrolls the skeleton.
Okay. It will make its reflex save and roll a nat 1. So go ahead and give me that beautiful fire damage, as it's just getting fucking obliterated by earth and fire right now. All right, 9. And that will drop that skeleton, as it's just a pile of ash.
All right, and then I am going to chuck a rock at the zombie.
Okay.
A 13.
13 will hit this slow, lumbering creature.
All right. For 5 points of damage.
All right, so that's bludgeoning.
Yep.
Got it.
And
It
then
smacks into its like bloated cheek, and water squelches as the rock falls.
Ew,
Alright.
zombie juice.
and then Luna's also going to attack the
Okay.
zombie. And Luna's still distracted.
Yeah,
It
she's
smells
like
horrible.
she doesn't like this particular creature. It doesn't smell good. She doesn't want to bite it. She's just not really into this particular fight. She keeps looking over at the bone naga, like really distracted.
Like, there's bones.
All right.
It's the bone god.
All right, the zombie is going to try and flee. It will do the withdraw action as it runs away up to here, and you just hear splashing of water. For those of you who could see where it went, you watch as it just steps into the pool of water and just submerges into the water. Alara, you're up.
It's Smite Evil time.
Beautiful Smite Evil time.
Oh yeah.
Get it.
Raising my sword. Using Smite Evil. Wade, does my merit apply to this?
Sorry, I'm lost.
Um,
Do you want to message it to me?
yeah, sure.
No, not for this.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Weapons. Does it count as flanked currently?
Yes, because Joel moved into range to attack it with his melee weapons. So you'll get that extra +2. Oops, something didn't go right with your roll.
Yep, I'm aware. Give me a second. I hit it twice.
A 30 will
30 hit?
absolutely hit.
A little better.
It's way better. As you feel that surge of divine energy, your blade comes up, shining golden with the power of your god, and you slice into this thing. What kind of dirty damage do you have for me here?
That is not a crit. Just making sure I got this right. Damage per level.
Yeah, nice roll, 16.
Oh my god,
Oh,
kidding me.
all right. Your blade strikes in. Unfortunately, the beast
I'm
manages
gonna use
to.
my reroll.
Okay, you can use it for
Because we
this.
can-
Absolutely. This is a die roll.
There we go. Much better.
Much better. So your blade comes down and for a moment catches into the bones of the rib. And it starts to turn to loosen your blade out, but you feel a surgence of strength as you just bring your arm down on your own blade and slam it through its rib cage, shattering bone, causing it to fly all over the place.
Luna gets all these bones when we're done with this.
So many pork treats.
Awesome.
All right, Bone Naga's turn. Bone Naga is going to... Where's it at? It is going to... It's going to move away from Alara and Akko, so give me attacks of opportunity. As you watch it start slithering backwards towards Emnos, Kip, and Fee.
Do we get flanking still?
Yeah, you do, because it's still technically flanked.
I'm gonna bite it.
Alara, you will hit. Akko, you will hit. 7 damage. And 7 from Akko. All right, it's not looking good as it serpentines its way in through you all into this area right here, coiling up into the small narrow gap here. And its body circles around the falling corpse of the skeleton as its bones mash up the bones of the skeleton and seems to bring it into the collective of its own body as the skeleton bones start fusing into it, patching over the piece of its body that's been broken away so far.
I have a question.
Yep.
Based on its current location, didn't it have to go through Imnos? So wouldn't that also be an attack of opportunity for Imnos?
It's only if he moves out of the reach of Imnos. So because he stayed within Imnos' strike distance, he doesn't provoke.
Okay. I thought because it moves past him.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Kip, you're up.
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step back
Okay.
and pew pew.
All right. Again, another burst of scintillating green and purple energy rips out of your palm towards it. And that will absolutely hit. Take 7 points of force damage. Seems like the sickening wail of the blast, unfortunately, doesn't really matter to this particular creature.
Yep.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's all I can do.
All right, Akko, you're up.
Let's see. I guess I will attempt to make my way up the hallway toward Kip. How far can I get?
Squeezing your way through, you could get up to Kip as a movement action.
Oh, can I pick up my spear while I'm at it?
Yeah, that's fine. You can scoop that up as you're moving through.
Where I'm standing now, can I reach it with my spear?
No, you can't. You're about 15
Even though I have
feet
20
away from
feet
it.
of reach.
Oh, you have 20 feet? Then absolutely. You're 15 feet away from it.
Double the size of my spear, so I have 20 feet of reach.
Yeah, your spear, your huge spear just reaches all the way through.
It's piercing damage, so it's not going to do too much, but I am going to stab it.
Every little bit helps sometimes.
So the roll is going to be the same because I have a -1 for size, but a +1 for my additional strength, so I'll just roll it as normal.
Yeah.
Pip encourages you by yelling, "Yeah, stab him with your compensation."
If you're giving the hands attacks of opportunity, do they threaten?
It's too far away to threaten the Naga.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, the red one is the flaming sphere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know there were two of them.
Yeah, so the red slad is the fireball, and the blue slad is the earth and grasp.
Wait, do we still have Bless?
No, that would have worn away by now.
Okay.
You had it at the very
Boo.
beginning of the tomb.
Yeah.
13 will unfortunately miss as it manages to coil out of the way. Imnos, you're up. This thing is right on top of you.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to use Wolf Fang Strike and Burning Blade and just give this thing a flurry of unarmed attacks of varying flavors anywhere and everywhere that I can manage.
Pulling out
First
all the
attack.
stops.
First attack's going to do nothing. Hopefully the second one will hit, though.
Second will absolutely hit. Is this your burning one?
Yes.
Okay.
So, for 17 points of damage.
All right, 17. All right. For a moment there, it was looking good as it assimilated the corpse of the skeleton into its own, but that has been completely obliterated as it looks worse than when it first got to that point. Its body is cracked, missing chunks of bone. It does not look very good. Jules, you're up.
I am looking at this, and I don't know. Anybody needing healing? There's not a lot Jules wants to do with this bone dog.
Hymnos is
You can
bloody,
heal it.
but he's not in a great place for you to get to.
I don't have the spells to burn right now. But if Hymnos is hurt,
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a little inconvenient for you to get in there.
yeah.
Actually, hold up real fast before you do that. You know what? Katie was right about moving through the square. My brain was in 5e mode, where you can move through opportunity attack squares, and you can just circle an enemy and don't provoke unless you move out of its reach. If you move around inside something's reach with anything more than a 5 foot, you do provoke. So, Imnos, make an opportunity attack for when it passed by you, because I want to be
Sure
honest
thing.
in this fight.
I'll do that.
Does Luna get one too?
Luna would get one also, yes.
Okay. Get them
Is it-
bones, Luna!
Is a 17 sufficient?
17 will hit.
Awesome.
God damn it, Luna!
Luna's too
Trying her
happy.
best.
She's like, oh, the zombie's gone. I can attack this thing now. And she gets too quick and misses it.
Friend?
7 more points of bone kicking,
Okay, it's an unarmed strike that you're doing?
so it's bludgeoning.
Got it.
It's
All
not
right.
a rat.
All right, so Jules, back to you. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon behind it.
Okay. Pull out.
Always solid.
Let's use this water elemental. I believe you get to attack with it this turn.
Yep. Does a 12? Do I get advantage for flanking or?
You get a +2 normally with flanking, but I don't believe your weapon counts as a person to gain the advantages of flanking. Let me double check here. Let me double check. I'll just do a quick little search. Yeah, it counts.
Spiritual Weapon. It does not get a flanking bonus or help a combatant get one in the spell text.
All right. Oh, it's in the spell
Right.
text? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go then. So unfortunately, a 12 will just barely miss.
Okay. That'll end my turn.
All right. The skeleton is dead. Fee, you're up.
Alright. I am going to shift a little back away from Snake Boy.
Get a little bit of distance.
My move action, I'm going to move my boulder onto the snake.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Boulder, come in.
Make its reflex save. All right. And it got a 19, which I believe saves.
Boo. Yes.
Does it take half damage or just no damage?
It takes no damage.
Okay. It manages to coil up and over top of the flaming sphere.
I'm gonna chuck a rock at it.
All right.
I hope a 17 hits.
17 hits.
Two points damage.
Takes both of those points of damage. It is not good. It's not good.
And then Luna's gonna attack it
Okay.
for 14. This is a 14 hit.
14 will hit. 14 will hit.
Okay. Doop-a-doop-doo. Where are Luna's stats? Doop-a-doop-doop-doop. For 7 more points of damage.
All right.
But it's a bite attack, so.
All right. 7
And-
points.
Trip? Or can it not be tripped because it doesn't have legs?
It can't be tripped.
Figured. Okay.
Them Slither boys got that advantage on things.
Yep, yep.
Whole body's a leg.
Yeah. All right.
Just one
All
long
done.
leg come out
Don't
of
like
its
that.
chin.
Don't
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
everything.
Okay. Alara, you're up.
Excellent. Gonna move up here. Gonna attack it with my S word.
Your blade strikes through keenly. Damage?
Fucking not getting criticals.
Goddamn undead, they're such teases. Alara, what does it look like as you finish the bone naga off?
I step forward, pissed off. Raise my shield, slash it with my sword, and it just erupts into bones and bone shards. And many of them lay in a nice, delicate pile at Luna's feet.
And with that, combat comes to a close as you all finish off the last enemy on the field.
Is the battle of giant phallic symbols over?
I don't know what kind of phalluses you're looking at, but that looks sharp and painful.
Wiggly bone monster.
Also
I don't
had a
like
jaw.
this. Yeah. I mean,
Jules, sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, Jules pretty much sits down, panting.
Kip's gonna start blasting blindly into the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Beams
Take a
of
step forward and
purple
look
and
at
green
water.
energy zip through the water, churning up some mud and muck, but otherwise it feels as good as you're going to get for a stress release in this moment.
Has anyone seen that rat?
Nope.
How many cubic feet of water are in this puddle?
Looking at just the surface volume, I mean,
Yeah.
it's got probably like a 40 by 40 surface. You don't know how deep it goes, though.
Hmm.
But for those of
Okay.
you who are staring into the water, give me a perception check, please.
Bam! Where were you my whole life?
Right? Holy shit.
You're
Fancy shit.
muted. You're muted.
Thank you. Fee and Imnos, for certain, with all the muck that's churned up, you're still able to see the glint of something golden and metallic, probably just 5 feet off of the surface, down about 10 feet into the water.
I want it. What is that?
It's hard to tell with all the muck that Kip stirred up, but you're certain that there's something down there that's shiny.
Kip, knock it off. Treasure.
Time for the dolphin to redeem itself?
I could? I don't know. How clean does this water look, Wade?
Where's the treasure?
At first, when you all were approaching, before Kip started blasting into it, it looked fairly clean, looked very pristine, because there's no running water here churning anything up. But after a minute or two, it starts settling back down, and you all can clearly see what looks like a chest, sort of half buried in muck, 10 feet down below the surface.
Did somebody say treasure?
I said chest.
Kip,
No, I know, but
point. Do you think I could get it? Do you think it could drag that out to us, Kip?
Where is it?
I point towards where the chest is. Or
Does Kip
you
just
can
dive
go
in?
after it?
Yep.
Well, I was gonna say, does Akko see the chest?
You did, as Kip dove into the water. Kip, it is ice cold in this water as your body hits it. For a moment, you just feel nothing but pins and needles across your skin from the shock of it.
I immediately release every ounce of oxygen I've ever breathed in a scream.
Kip, I'll warm you up later. It's fine. Get the treasure.
All right, Kip, you're diving down to grab the chest?
Yep.
All right, give me an athletics check, please.
Oh, sure.
As you're swimming down to try and pull this thing up.
Balance work?
No, it would be swim, but we combine that to create athletics, remember?
I think balance is in the acrobatics category because it's
jump,
dex.
or climb.
Yeah.
You're looking at the strength, movement skills.
Yeah, climb, jump, swim.
Akko kind of turns to everybody else. I could have done this.
All right. Well, Kip submerges himself down below the surface. You get down to the chest and you grab one of the handles on the side, Kip, and you start trying to get back up, but it doesn't budge as it's half buried in the mud. So you go down and you start brushing the mud away and digging it out before you start slowly bringing it back up to the surface. And as you buoy back up, you take in a big inhalation of air as you felt your lungs starting to burn, but you managed to get it back up to everybody.
It's so cold.
And he brings it ashore.
I just take my cloak off and throw it over Kip. See, I told you I'd warm you up if you brought the chest in.
It doesn't help at all, Kip. Not even a little bit.
He starts doing the towel thing between his legs.
Wouldn't be
front
the
end,
first time.
front end to the back end.
Not the first time.
Kip, by the way, while you were submerged and looking around down there, because I know you have dark vision, you did see that this isn't just a pool of water. This is a much longer, looks like maybe a tunnel that goes down much further because you lost sight as it descended down deeper. So it's at least 60 feet deep or 70 feet deep.
Looks like the pool connects to somewhere else. Maybe an underwater stream.
I'm going to pull out a torch and light it so Kip can at least warm his hands by it.
Wherever it leads, it's not my problem. Our job is done here, and we're not getting paid enough. Let's open the treasure and get out of here.
But what if there's more treasure down there?
Why don't you go look
We
to
can
see if
come
there's
back
more
for it
treasure
after
down
the
there?
gala.
I just look at Akko straight in the eyes like, why don't you go look?
I mean, if you think that's a good idea, good.
Wade, from what I saw, would it be possible for me to collapse that without collapsing the entire cave? Just
Underwater.
The tunnel, yeah.
So the tunnel that you have right now is basically a straight shot down. You don't know what happens with that tunnel after 70 feet. It could dogleg, and you could probably choke it, maybe, depending on how narrow it gets. But where it is right now, no, you couldn't do it.
Yeah,
There's
that's
probably more undead down there too.
that's kind of why I wanted to collapse it.
I say we leave it for now.
We can direct
We
the
can-
local temple to this area.
Indeed. And we can
Yeah.
ask the proprietor what he wants to do with his curious property.
Other than fucking pay us.
If he brings up rats, I'm just gonna point out.
I start trying to open the chest while I'm warming up.
It is locked.
With a padlock?
It is an integrated lock. In fact, now that you all are looking at the chest more closely, you can see that same symbol that you saw that was half cracked above the sarcophagi at the beginning of the tomb, but this symbol is fully intact. That's branded onto the wood above the lock in the metal.
I'm gonna make another rubbing of that symbol.
I'm gonna detect magic on the chest.
There's magic inside of the chest, but not on the chest itself.
Strange question, particularly to you, Alara, and you, Father Jules. Is there any danger in opening a treasure here in or near the temple that it's presumably dedicated to?
Knowledge, religion, or
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Go ahead and roll it, you two.
Can I roll it too?
No, I'm gonna let them roll it.
I want to roll
Johnny
it.
20 on religion.
It's directly tied to the fate that they're doing right now. So, got 20 for Jules, 19 for Alara. You all don't believe so. This tomb has long been desecrated. Lara did a little bit to sort of bring back some of whatever sanctification had been here when she did the holy water rite. But at this point, whatever divine protections or will guarded this place have long faded.
Jules, Jules
Kip, do you
is
mind-
explaining.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
I can say Jules is explaining all this as he starts getting a special pouch out of his back pocket.
Oh.
And can I check check it for traps?
Sure, give me a perception check.
$13.
You don't feel it's trapped. It's been moved around probably a lot because it definitely probably came from the actual tomb itself all the way into here. It's been moved. So whatever traps are probably on it, they're probably long gone at this stage, if there were any to begin with.
And Jules will time the end of his speech knocking on it and popping it open.
Disable device. Oh, go ahead, Alara.
Before you open that, Jules, like as you start opening, like, hold on. Even though these are forgotten paragons, we should still have the respect to not loot their temple or burial ground or whatever it is inside of it. I mean, just like, let's take it back up into the cellar first.
Oh, I
Oh.
would say the tombs themselves and the sarcophagi are certainly the most historically revered places. I'm happy to finish opening this when we get upstairs, if you'd like.
Great. Just like, let's go to the cellar first. Let's get out of this area. And when I say this area, I just like move my arms over towards like where the water is.
You hear Jules like push down on the lid and click back shut.
It definitely clicked open, Jules, but you managed to just close it back up before revealing the surprise within.
Kip's
So,
gonna start strong hand grabbing it, like and dragging it.
If
Stop
you
fighting
go
wanna
back
be
down
healed-
the hallway
you wanna
that I
be healed
came
when we
from,
get
there's
back
actually another
upstairs?
room.
children.
Do you mind if we at least make certain how far this goes?
No,
not
not
the
at all.
not the pool, but this cavern.
Yeah.
I will mention I have expended much of what I have been given for the day.
I think we've explored all of it at this point.
Now we go this way, and
Out
then
over
there's
here.
more.
Yep.
Yeah, this is new.
No.
As
Is
you
it?
all enter this room, you do see a new area. This one appears to be another, essentially a mausoleum. The iron gate that had protected this from casual enterers has been smashed back into the room, probably by the Bone Naga, you would assume. A couple of the sarcophagi have been rent asunder, but a few still remain put together here, entombed intact. You see a couple more of the symbols on the walls from the chest in the earlier room.
I just look for names and jot down any.
You do find a couple more to add to your book.
Okay. Just let me know what they are later or
Jules is
whatever.
doing
Yeah,
the
I'll
same.
shoot you a list.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jules,
I'm
what'd you
amazed
say?
there was so much down
I'm
here.
doing the same thing.
Are the rocks from the collapsed wall in the southeast? Are any of them small enough to lift easily?
Yeah, you could pick up. I mean, there's big, there's small, whatever type of handful you want.
While everybody's doing that, Kip's going to stay busy by moving rocks over the smashed sarcophagi and trying to just make makeshift cairns over the remains.
Yeah, you can easily pile them up and get them, entombed back.
I think this is all the tunnels. I think we can leave now.
Agreed. I'm quite
Yeah, I didn't see
satisfied.
anymore.
Yeah.
You guys can stop right there. You don't need to move your tokens anymore.
Okay. Yay.
What if I want to go back and jump in the water?
Well, I mean, if that's where you're going, but I assume you guys are leaving,
I'm-
right?
I'm not. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys find your way back up to Randy's cellar.
Randy's going to get a fat lip.
Are there any rats?
Hold on 1 second here before you move around. All right, go ahead. No, there's just rat corpses. Wherever those 2 rats that you saw slip away got to, you don't know where they got away to. They seem to
I
have
bet
just
they're down in that water
vanished.
hole.
Skeletons eat rats, right? Right? Skeletons
Certainly.
eat rats.
Let's just hope they're
I
not
mean,
a
if
male and a
skeletons
female.
don't, zombies do, and definitely that Naga.
Did you all
So-
want to check out the chest before you go upstairs?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was just gonna
think I
say,
heard
let's
that.
let's
Good
check
point.
this chest out now.
Jules will open it again.
All right.
For-
So,
Akko has a heart attack.
all right. So you guys pop it open, and one of my favorite things is rolling random treasure. I love doing randomized treasure. So we're going to do that. So for the first set of randomized treasure, Jules is the person who opened it. Roll a die 6 for me.
If there's an orb of level checking, I'm going to reach through this computer.
Natural 1.
Okay. Now roll a die 100 for me.
16.
16. All right.
Imagine if we'd have gotten 6 magic items.
You find a potion vial,
Okay.
and that's what you got. You have a potion vial right now until you get identified.
Oh, okay. So it is a potion with liquid in it.
It is a potion with intact liquid. You do see some smashed up pieces of glass in there. There probably were some more at some point, but all the moving and jostling broke it all up. Kip, roll a die 100 for me.
I'm detect magicking all of this too.
Everything I'm going to tell you guys about is magical.
What the
D100. Do.
That's how you get a 100. You just type 100 in the chat, and I don't know
That's
any better. All right, 11. All right, you find a wand.
Neat.
You all can see at the so it's a simple stick wand. Some small gems are encrusted at the tip, but at the back end of it, along the handle of the wand, you see this stampede of animals on it. They're carved into the wood very, very finely as an expertly crafted object.
Can I spellcraft to identify the school?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Dollars to Donuts says conjuration.
In fact, I'll give you the school for all three things with that roll. So the potion is transmutation. The wand is transmutation. And for the third object, Alara, roll me a die 100 for having gotten the killing blow on the creature. $17. Man, you guys are rolling low on the D100s
Low
tonight.
ball on those hundreds.
Oh, would you like me to re-roll? Because I'll do that.
No, it's okay. I'm good.
These would be awesome if these were like cover chances. We'd be hitting everybody.
Inside, you find a finely tailored cloak that is finely folded up with a small silver brooch on it. The school is abjuration.
I will indicate all of that to the people present.
Well, I imagine these will be handy.
And also inside, you find 300 gold pieces.
Awesome.
Nice.
Guys, I found
And you-
200 gold.
You also find 2 emeralds inside.
Ooh.
If someone has appraise, you can appraise the value of the gems. It is a trained only skill, so you have to have points in it.
I'm just kind of looking expectantly at Akko.
That's fair assumption.
You would think
Yeah,
that,
me too.
but
Akko's just juggling the gems.
Akko's like, ooh, rock candy.
he'd hoard gullet so I could just eat them.
All right, looks like no one's an appraisal expert here, so for now you just have 2 emeralds of no discernible value. And that is what you find inside the chest.
Eh,
Very well.
eh.
Question: can we just take the wand and start pointing it at things and just abracadabra and
It occurred to me.
Nope.
Oh,
You have to
boy.
know what the magic is and how it works. And you can't just attune it to figure it out like 5th edition. You have to do the fucking work.
What's
All right,
the what's the work to identify it?
Identify spell is the
100
basic
gold.
work. To buy a
Oh, you can't
pearl,
spellcraft it.
you can't just spellcraft determine what the magic is. You can get the school through spellcraft, but you can't just figure out what the item is itself. So you have to
But
have
if-
the identify spell, or you can take it to a wizard and have them identify it for a fee.
Or if we get that that
Monocle.
monocle, I can do it for free.
And Kip now may have some contacts to gain low-cost identify spells.
Nice.
True.
oh, is anyone gonna stop Akko from just scooping all the gold into his bag?
Nope.
No, isn't that your job?
No, I know. I was just making sure.
I could just drink the potion, then we find out what it
Yep.
does.
Just power walks upstairs to the fire.
All right, so you guys find out what's in the chest and make your way up to the front of the back upstairs to the lodge itself. Oh, hey, you guys! How'd it go? Oh shit, you look bad.
Rats are dead.
Oh man, you guys must have given him a good old bash. I heard all sorts of shit down there.
Yeah, your
Ah.
undead are gone too.
What? Dead?
I
There was
just
the
lit up
dead
the
rats.
fire.
You got rid of the bodies.
No.
I was
no,
gonna
your
cook them up, but
skeletons
that's
are
okay, I
zombies.
guess.
Note to self: we're not eating here.
What's wrong with rat burgers? I
There's
also have a
rather
burger called
more
"You
to
Can't
your-
Believe It's Not Rat."
Urge
There's
to
rather
point,
more to your cellar than you may have realized.
urge to
do you
point
mean?
and keep her rising.
What are you guys
I
talking
don't know
about?
if you're aware of this, but your establishment has also been built on a forgotten burial chamber for a forgotten paragon. And
Holy shit.
sometimes when things like that happen, things like zombies and giant skeletal snakes and skeletons
That's down
run
there?
amok.
Well,
Word.
it was.
Oh. Oh.
But let me tell you, Randy, let me be honest with you.
Yeah?
We of the Knights of Luna had the strength and perseverance and knowledge and wherewithal to eradicate all of those issues.
Well, that's great. I assume you want to get paid now, right?
Hey, you might want to hire a mason to fix the wall on the east side of the basement. That's where they're coming from, and that's where the undead were.
And
You guys bashed down my
priest
wall?
to purify some of that.
We didn't bash
Area.
down your wall. There was a old rotting door behind some barrels.
Man, Uncle Gibraltar had so much stuff down there when I took over the place. I can't believe that was down there. Wait, you're saying that I have more basement than I thought I had before?
Yep.
No.
Oh man, my real estate property just went through the roof.
Hey, you're probably going to have some religious folk and maybe some archaeologists want to take a gander.
Oh yeah! All right. And he reaches down under the counter and he pulls out a pouch and he sets it on there. There's your 50 gold.
Hey, wait, I rolled a 22 on handle animal to try to forcibly pick up Luna and use her as a blanket.
She cuddles
Sorry,
with you.
What?
Luna knows you. She hangs out with you. She's more than happy to cuddle with you.
So fucking cold.
There's actually another dog laying down on the hearth of the fire, and he doesn't mind getting in on this cuddle either.
Dog sandwich. Oh,
Yeah.
Kip, just go lay on the stones in front of the fire.
that's where I am.
Just don't roll into the fire again.
Don't tell me what to do.
You know what? You all took care of like a bigger problem than what I brought you here for. Granted, I didn't know about it. So, you know what? I'm going to throw a little bit extra in here for all your trouble for taking care of Randy, because Randy needed taken care of and you came through. So, you know what? Drinks are on me for tonight, only from the well or the cask.
Very generous of you.
Throw in a couple free rooms.
You know, I'll give you a couple free rooms tonight. That's the least I can do. Give you a little bit of bed to lay down on. I mean, not the greatest mattresses, but they'll get you through the night. But, you know,
And maybe
yeah.
dinner.
Y'all are shrewd negotiators here.
I mean, we
all
can
right.
bring the Naga back.
I don't know what that is, but I don't want that.
I'll help you out in the kitchen.
Before dinner, I should ask, when was the last time you killed rats yourself?
Yesterday? And if he helps me in the kitchen, we can do it. I'll throw in
And
meal
don't
for the
you-
night.
Thank you. And afterwards, you'll be able to brag to all of your patrons that you served the Knights of Luna on their first professional excursion.
Looney Nights, got it.
Knights
I
of
like
Luna.
that. I like that.
All right.
Close
He-
enough.
He puts down some tankards of ale and mead on the table as he goes back around to start prepping up dinner. At the piano man turns around. I heard something about bravery and epicness just now. I need to know more.
Kip, no. No, Kip. Kip, no.
Yes.
I just
Kip, go.
lock eyes with Akko.
Akko is still a troglodyte.
You are a diverse crowd of genuine heroes. What happened down there? Tell me more. Undead, rat. I don't care about the rats so much, but tell me more about these undead.
Akko, give me the shite. I'm gonna head to the hold.
What shite?
The stuff.
The
The
chest.
things. The three things.
Well, I don't have the three things. I just have the money.
Jules has the chest. Get the chest from Jules.
Gonna go retrieve those items from Jules and leave before the pianist starts singing.
I'm right on his tail.
No,
Okay.
it's Jules' chest of jewels.
All right, so Kip
I-
and Fee are leaving.
Yes.
I made a
Or
promise.
let's scoot
to help
down and give
cook dinner,
Akko a spot
so-
at the bar.
I am
So-
going to take my glass of whatever it is that the barkeep handed me. And
Got some
I'll
ale.
walk over to the bard. Because I understand the value of good publicity.
As does Akko.
So are you both going over to him? Are you joining her, Akko?
Yes.
With a big tankard of ale.
Yes.
All right, so you said, I heard undead. I heard the word naga in there. If I remember, like a big old snake person.
It
It
spit
was-
lightning too.
It was it was a snake. It was a skeletal snake with the skull of a human on its face.
Terrifying.
And it was so large it took up the entire, and I like used my arms to exaggerate the size,
Were
obviously.
you frightened by it?
Oh no, I was
Oh,
definitely
yes.
not frightened.
Yes, no, good. A good mix. Can't always be stalwart. There's got to be a moment where you feel the fear and then you overcome the fear.
Makes for a better story that way too.
Much better story. The other ones don't sell that well.
I drink my ale, and I look at the bar, and it's like, and we all work together in our various ways to defeat the Naga and the skeletons and the zombies.
Zombies too.
And zombies. They were
You got-
dripping, oozing with both ichor and pond scum.
Ugh. We might tone that one down a little bit on the retail, but
Don't forget that psychic miasma.
The psychic miasma.
psychic
Uh,
miasma. Beautiful word, miasma. Ooh, that's gonna go well. He looks at Laura. Have we met before? You,
I think I have one of those faces.
I feel like, I mean, I couldn't forget someone as beautiful as you passing my path. Please tell me that's not true, that I've forgotten you.
Akko scoffs.
I just like side eye Akko and grin. I'm sure you have not forgotten me. I might just have one of those faces.
Well, you all are called the Looney Knights. Is that what I heard Randy say?
The Knights of Luna.
Knights of Luna. That makes
And
sense how he would muck that up.
If you saw that wolf that walked out,
Ah,
her,
big
that's
beast.
Luna. Yes.
Your
That's
name for
Luna.
your pet.
She's not a pet.
Companion.
Yes.
Forgive me.
You're lucky Fee's not here.
Was that the
don't
woman
think
that left with the gravy-headed man?
Yes, actually.
I don't imagine
Mhm.
she'd take kindly to calling Luna a pet.
She doesn't.
No.
Because Luna is not a pet.
All right,
Oh,
I have
get
a
it
feel
now.
for your
Everyone keeps calling him
companion.
gravy-headed, and he's quite a sausage.
All right, this is a good story. Knights of Luna, undead, Naga, miasma, fear, courage,
An underwater
We can-
tunnel full of treasure.
treasure. Ooh, treasure. That's good. Piles
Yeah.
of gold.
In a crypt of forgotten paragons.
Forgotten. I mean, you don't forget the paragons. They're the paragons. They're. It's like
Our paragons are, but there have been paragons in the past who have maybe fallen out of favor. Maybe their followers have died out. Maybe people didn't know enough about them. But Isn't that a
that's
great hook?
romantic.
isn't that a great hook for a song of In a Crypt of Forgotten Paragons?
That's so romantic. Oh, this is beautiful. That's powerful. Oh, there's a hook in this. I love a hook. He reaches behind him and pulls out a little notepad and a pen or an ink quill, and he just starts writing without dipping it into anything. As he just starts writing into his little notepad.
have to dip your quill into an ink pot?
Oh, self-inking enchantment.
That's brilliant.
All right. Knights of Luna, Miasma, Treasure, Tomb of Forgotten Paragon. Oof. Well, my name is introductions. My name is Gerald. I am the piano man here in Randy's lodge for now. Just trying to take care of some debts I owe in town before I hit the road again. But amazing story. I assume you don't mind me telling your story.
Oh, no. We don't mind at all.
All right, first writes the story. All right, great, perfect. Excellent. Well,
My name is Alara.
Alara.
And a motion towards Akko. This is Akko.
I mean, I could have said that myself, but
I mean,
Akko.
I'm just introducing, okay?
Alara.
That man
Akko.
sitting at the bar is Imnos. The priest who is in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, you cook.
Jules leans out and says, "My name's Garion Wainwright."
I just I shoot him a look.
Garion.
Looks back at you, Garion Wainwright.
Wainwright. All right. It's a fancy name.
He was the woman with the wolf companion.
E? Is that with an E or an I?
I.
All right, I. All right.
And Kip is the gravy-headed sausage.
Okay. Got it. All right. I'm going to work on this. I think there's something here. I think this could be something big. Yeah. Let me sing you all a tune. Enjoy your drinks for the evening. I got to get back to work, but this is big. I think this is big.
Yes, please. Sing us a song, piano man.
He spins back around on his stool and starts playing on the piano. He is relatively good. He plays a nice sort of catchy tavern jingle that you all have heard in many taverns before. Nothing too ostentatious or over the top, just a good, nice melody.
I look at Akko and I wink and I raise my my drink to him in a small toast.
He raises his back.
And move back to the bar.
All right, Kip and Fee, you are making your way to the local obelisk.
Yep.
All right. It is night. The rain at this point has passed by Fort Stead. So while there's still a lot of water and dripping along the pathway, you do make your way into the town proper, but it is very dark other than the torch lights that make up the main thoroughfare of the town, up to the center of town where the obelisk is located. The same wooden door with its little glass interior is there waiting for you as you all enter inside. There's a woman sitting behind the desk in the room that is now becoming almost unbearably familiar to you, in the fact that nothing is different from any interior of any other obelisk that you've ever entered.
It's like every Motel 8 room ever.
Exactly the same. She looks up. Oh, hi there.
Evening.
What can the Hold do for you this evening?
Just wanted to make out a report. Not sure if it's something the Hold cares about, but better safe than sorry.
Okay.
We were given an adventuring contract to clear out the rats under Randy's Tavern. And in pursuit of some of the rats, we managed to find what appears to be a long-forgotten burial chamber and tomb for a forgotten paragon.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Complete with undead, which are no longer an issue, but should Hold archaeologists wish to study that. Otherwise, we can try to find a temple that it might pertain to. I've never heard of the paragon, but my companion here has some names that she's jotted down and some etchings of the symbols.
I just slide over a list of the names and the etching
She takes a look at the etchings. Her eyes pass over the names for a moment, but she clearly pushes it back to you in disinterest before she looks at the etchings. Well, these don't look like any arcane glyphs that I've ever seen before, but let me copy them down, and I can pass them up to the next level of people, and maybe there'll be some interest.
I'm sure it's a holy symbol as opposed to any of the glyphs, but considering your organization's stance on necromancy, I figured it might be better informing you of it in case any of the ne'er-do-well types try to find their way in there.
No, that's good.
I'm sure there's a bard singing about it right now in your tavern.
Which tavern?
Randy's.
Randy's Lodge over on the west side of town?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Okay. I'll get someone to go over there and take a look.
If you could make note of it, should anything come of the research of the symbol, if I could just be posted, just a kind of
Are you
invested,
a member of the hold?
interest at this point. Yes, I am.
What's your name?
Kip Thatcher.
Kip Thatcher. Okay.
Kip,
I'll make sure something gets back to you.
Kip,
Hi.
I'm also going to send it home. Odds are the people I study with were alive when this paragon was revered.
Fair enough. Just covering our bases. Also, I'm led to believe there are some rights and privileges that come with membership. Would any of those include discounted identification services for magical artifacts?
Absolutely, especially for our adventuring members of the hold. It's only 10 gold per item that you want to have identified.
Well, I have 3 on me, and I'll reach into my pouch and pull out 30 gold. If I could have these identified, that would be very helpful.
Oh, sure. She reaches down to the desk and opens up a lower drawer and pulls out a monocle.
That's what I've been trying to get my fucking hands on for a month.
You want to buy one?
As I understand it, the upfront cost is fairly steep, but yes, I do want one as soon as possible.
Well, every hold office has one. We keep a few in surplus, so it'd be easy enough for you to get one when you do have the gold for it.
Thank you.
She fits it over her eye and peers down at the objects. She picks up each one in turn, slowly turning the bottle in front of her. She pops the cork, dips her pinky into it, and takes out a little drop and tastes it against her finger as she's looking it over.
Yep, dunks under the counter as soon as she does that.
All right, and she recorks it. This is a potion of bull strength. It's a second tier transmutation spell. Makes your people even stronger than they were before. Lift the cart up over your head type strong.
Aye, so we're telling Akko that's a potion of penis in shrinking mint.
Oh, well, let's not be crass here, please.
Aye, phallus in shrinking mint. Sorry.
I can cast that spell. I know what it does.
Me.
She takes the wand next, starts looking it over, twirls it in her hand, and flicks it, and a bull appears in ethereal smoke at the tip of it, and then blows away into an unfelt wind. This is also a wand of bull strength. Looks like it's probably got about half its charges still built up inside of it.
So, double baker's dozen, more or less?
About. I'd say you get probably about 20 uses out of it.
Oh, aye.
And then this. Ooh, soft. She starts feeling the fabric of the cloak. She runs her hand along the stitching for the interior. As you watch little runes start lighting up as she's looking at it with the monocle. Okay. So this is a simple cloak of resistance. It'll make you a little bit hardier against spell work that's trying to take you out. She hands it back over to you. So effectively, it's a cloak of resistance +1. So it gives you a +1 to each of your saving throws versus everything.
Noted. Thank you. Well, that's all for now. He'll scribble out basically a copy of the report he just gave her.
Mhm.
Could you have this delivered to Warden? Is it McCall?
McCall, I can have it delivered to him. Yeah.
Aye, thank you. Just let him know it's from me.
All right.
I appreciate
do.
it. Have a pleasant evening.
You too, sir. Goodbye, ma'am.
Bye.
Again.
And
We'll
you
head back
all
to the tavern.
exit out back to the tavern. You come back in to the sound of piano playing. People are being a little ruckus and talking with each other. It's nice night. Find your party there having drinks and eating food. Jules, you're done at this point, helping Randy make up a potato stew and some rat burgers.
And Akko's turned back to himself by now.
I'll bring the items over to Akko.
What do we got?
So that is vastly decreased in price once you sell your soul. It was only 30 gold to identify all three totaled.
Oh, I hand you 30 gold out of the bag.
Thank you. And they have plenty of monocles on hand once we're able to afford one. So bull strength, 20 charges left, and cloak of resistance, the most basic type. So all of them useful, honestly. I'm thinking maybe give the potion to either Alara or our sword sage.
Yeah, I figure one of them could make a use of that. And then you or I can throw the wand at people.
Aye.
Just for note, the wand is of divine bull strength, not
But then-
arcane bull strength.
That means I can use it just as easily as if it was arcane.
You can, yes.
I say I'd still have to roll for it.
You still have
Well,
to.
Jules doesn't have to roll for it.
I would have
Neither
to
would
roll,
Fee.
but I have to roll, but I can take a 10 because of my class, which gives me like 13 or 23.
Yeah, you're good. You could just use it.
Let Kip use it over me. I can cast that spell.
It gives me something to do when I can't hit shite, so at least I can continue to be useful.
Hit me with it when I'm big.
That's the plan.
Okay.
We miss anything while we were gone?
Just
Um,
a spinning of a great tale, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Our notoriety will be spread far and wide.
You weren't dumb enough to give them our real names, were you?
No, I did, because it's really good for us getting better jobs.
Except for the fact that Kip is being hunted.
And I am a princess of a fallen kingdom. That doesn't change the fact that it is actually useful. It makes people who
That
come
was
after us look
horrible.
worse.
Please don't ever tell anybody my name again. And I would suggest you not do the same for Kip.
Dragons tend
All
not
right.
to come into taverns, so I think I'm safe from this one.
Yep.
Dragons
right
don't
here.
always look like dragons.
Aye, but they still don't come into taverns. I think.
The piano stops as the bar looks over. He's like, "Dragons?
Fuck!
Oh, you
Not a
have to
dragon.
tell me. You have to tell me. Dragons?
I'm going to bed. Barkeep, can you please tell me where my room is?
Oh, yeah, you just go upstairs. It'll be the first room on the right. You guys got the bunk beds.
I call top bunk. Akko runs up the stairs.
Make yourself big first.
Don't crush me.
When you get upstairs, it's a small room, but it's got 3 bunk beds on one on each of the walls for the room. So there's 6 beds for you all to sleep in tonight. Looks like
Jules.
Randy really tries to get the most he can get out of his floor space.
Jules
Apparently.
will lean over and put a hand on Alara's shoulder. If you want to be the face of heroism, please. But they have a point. Kip, people tend to be on the Well, not 20 in fame side, but
You understand that
it-
our names are getting out no matter what. If we control the narrative, we can actually make it look better.
yes,
There
people
is
should
no
know.
there is no subterfuge here.
People should know that Garion Wainwright is an upstanding man who helps those in need. I
The
agree.
point
And
is-
the Knights of Luna can grow in renown.
The point is, it's their choice to buy in as much or as little as they wish in that regard.
When they walk out of the room, they forfeit their chance to have a say until afterwards.
Well, now we know
How
better,
am I supposed to
suppose.
know that?
You didn't. Now we do.
I don't think it's the end of the world. Just
Excuse me. You all hear the voice of the bard right over your shoulders.
Yeah.
So, couldn't help but hear a little bit of what you guys are talking about. Pointy ears, I hear a lot of things. If you want, if you get your friend to tell me about dragons, then take your names out. Whoever wants names out of it, I'll keep your names out of it. How about that as a deal? That's a good deal.
I didn't hear anything about dragons.
We'll make it a point to ask if anyone in our group happens to know more about dragons.
All right. I won't bug you anymore. He slips back off to the piano.
Johnny, you're muted.
Just wrestling with Dagos in front of the fire, just blissfully unaware of everything.
All right. Anything else you all are looking to do for the evening? Anyone else you want to talk to? Things to do?
Once Akko and Fee are upstairs, I'm basically going to pull him off to the side of the corner. It's like, Akko,
Mm-hmm.
you do understand what the issue is, correct?
I'm not the one who said anyone's names. She said my name before I could even say my name.
I appreciate it, but as I have no issue with the Knights of Luna as a name being shared and publicized. It's specifically my name and Kip's names that I have issue with. Kip is being hunted by his family, and I've made no secret of the fact that I'm a diplomat. And I don't necessarily want my locations being broadcast.
That's fine. I have no problem with you all keeping your secrets. Although in Kip's case, I would like to meet said dragons, but that is a separate issue. I understand what your problem here is, but at the same time, I feel like two birds, one stone. We could just take care of it all.
Oh, I would love to meet the said dragons too, but I'm sure for other reasons.
That could never happen.
I mean, look, if we meet them, if we meet his intended, I will take her, and everything will be solved.
Yes, you fuck his intended, I fuck Kip, problem solved. Done.
Okay, I didn't wish to know that much, but all right.
Don't mind me, just playing with dogs.
It's
We're
a deal.
upstairs, you can't hear us.
I know.
Your ears are burning. It's because your head's too close to the fire. Move.
I'm sure that
You're
sure
burning
she's
the
getting a talking
gravy.
to down there because I know Jules happened to give a fake name, so
Stop saying that.
As long as long as other people understand what the issue is, the other issue is I have to send news back home. And I am trying to keep the news that I send back home with as limited information as I possibly can. But we all know that bards make some of the best spies.
mm-hmm.
If
They really do.
conflicting reports from other good-hearing, pointy-eared bardic bastards get back to my boss and they find out that I'm not giving as much information as I could be giving, then I'm in a lot of trouble.
Well, so then we would just say that the bards are lying. I know a bard. We could arrange that.
The effort of saying that and the number of times that we can claim that is probably limited.
That's probably true.
All right, good talk. I'm going to bed.
Good night.
All right,
Who's a
everyone
good
good
tavern
for
dog?
everyone good for moving through the night.
Yep.
Who's a good tavern dog?
I'm set.
All
How
right.
much for their dog?
The guy who's right there next to you looks over. He's like, that dog ain't for sale. That's my best hound.
I can't take your best hound then. It's a good dog, though.
Oh, he's a real good dog. I love that dog. He's been with me many years.
That's a pretty good dog right there.
You play with him all you want, though. He loves it. He loves the attention.
It's a good dog. All
All right.
I'll be going to bed, but here, can he have the rest of my burger?
Oh yeah, he can. He loves those burgers. They're so good. They're tasty.
Blech.
I'll give the dog the burger and then go upstairs. I ate
All
the
right.
toppings. It's good enough.
Well,
You know, it
with
tastes
that,
better than it sounds.
the rest of the night will pass by. You all do get a fine night's sleep. You will heal up overnight through Jules' tender care. If you have any major wounds, and you wake up in the morning to a sliver of sunlight shooting through the window, letting you know that dawn has broken.
Just as a matter of course, Wade, Akko is on the top bunk above Fee.
Yes.
Okay,
I guess so.
I choose to forget that and throw myself bodily down on the top bunk with all of my weight. Like, so tired.
How much do you weigh?
Not that much, like 130.
Oh, you weigh less than Akko does, and he's only 5'2", so.
You tiny people. My feet probably stick off the end of the bed.
Oh,
Well-
Fee got me a stuffed kobold.
Akko has a nice cuddle buddy for the night.
Ah, I'm warm.
Regrets.
You are grappled.
And that's how we passed the night.
All right, morning is here. What would you like to do?
Quick point of fact. I don't think appraise is trained only.
It's not. I must have read that wrong then.
Yeah, it can be used untrained according to the spell sheet that I have.
You all are correct. It can be used untrained. So
So-
if anyone would like to roll it, they can feel free to roll it.
I was gonna say what Akko would like to do this morning is do the blood quickening that gives me a bonus to appraise, and I'll use the meditation of appraising the gems as the meditation requirement.
Okay.
Pretty rocks. It's okay.
Hey,
They're
will
very
you
nice
move?
rocks.
I can't see any of my buttons with you on my desk.
These rocks look expensive.
Akko,
If you have if you have a magnifying glass, Akko, you can even get a +2 on that roll.
Well, I do not have a magnifying glass, but
Akko, did you
Uh,
fucking braid my hair?
sometimes I do that in my sleep, like with my tongue. Don't worry about it.
Ah!
You picked the wrong bed, Tip.
So it's gonna be whatever I roll plus an additional 2 for my bonus, so 16.
Okay. Looking them over, Akko, you think that they're worth somewhere around 100 gold pieces each.
Nice.
Do you want me to run those by the hold before we get moving, or just hang on to them? It's not like they don't weigh much.
As I say that, yeah, they don't really weigh anything. They're a lot more efficient than carrying around 200 gold, that's for sure.
The hold
Hey.
might not be as interested versus we're going to a place called the City of Gold where I'm sure they have many jewelry emporia that
Hey.
Good point.
will buy
But-
it off of you.
Precious gems are usually spell components.
Actually, we could probably just flat out trade them for all the fancy clothes we're gonna need for you uncultured people.
We have to
I'm
wear
not getting new
clothes.
clothes.
There's going to be a team on the floor and a team not on the floor. Those who
I mean, I feel
have
like the off
clothes
the
or
floor
need-
people should still be.
Well,
No,
possibly.
they could. Yeah,
We're not
they
sure
Could,
what their requirements are going to be. They may decide they want all of us inside. Or
I'm
all
going-
of us inside.
I'm going to need a royal fluffer.
My
that's
clothes
not
are
what that is.
perfectly court appropriate.
I mean,
Hey.
if you heard the things that Fee was saying about you last night, I mean,
I believe that I'd see you in court in that outfit.
I mean, they're appropriate for my court. I don't know about the rest of you.
Dear Magistrate, it
As a
could have been
diplomat,
me.
what you were wearing is fine.
I can help us all in regards to the apparel that we will need to. Well, I can help you shop for it and make sure you all look correct.
Let's get on the road. We can worry about this when we get closer to that hellscape.
Agreed.
All right. So you all collect your wagon and horses and head off towards the city of gold. It's about 3 days from here with your complimentary horses and everything that y'all have. For sake of brevity, we're just going to go ahead and do a little time dilation here, and you all will be able to make it there unscathed. This road is fairly well patrolled, as it's leading from a major metropolitan area towards another metropolitan area. So it does have fair amount of guards that you all see every now and then at way stations and things like that seem to keep banditry and highwaymen away from this area of the land. As you all,
Jules will, sorry to interrupt.
No,
Jules
go
will
ahead.
heal anybody at the end of the night. Guards, whoever, will expend as much divine resources to help people as possible.
it looks like right now they won't need any healing. It's been fairly quiet for the last few weeks in the region, so they haven't had any pitched battles or anyone getting hurt by anything. It's been fairly nice for them. They even talk about how they're enjoying this time of peace, especially in the Inner Kingdom.
Okay.
On the third day, about midday, you all will enter into the outskirts of the City of Gold. As you all approach the City of Gold, the first thing that you notice is the fact that you have to look up. The City of Gold is also nicknamed the City of Towers. Most of the buildings in this city are towers that go up 6, 7. You see some that are even as high as about 12 stories tall. All of them, every single tower that you see is capped in gold. You can see in the reflection of the sunlight off of every building, creating this myriad of golden sparkles across the entire city in the sunlight. It is beautiful, if not completely ostentatious and high wealth. The other thing that you do notice is, of course, the obelisk in the center of the town that rises 20 stories above the entire town. Like every obelisk that you have seen, it remains the tallest structure in the city, no matter where you go. There is a 2-wall defense to this town. So you pass through the first checkpoint to get into the town, and then there's a second one to get to the inner city where the estate is that you all are heading towards. It's midday when you all get into town. Are you all looking to go straight to your employer? Are you looking to go somewhere else, looking to do something else? What's your plan?
I want a quick run to an armor smith.
That's easy enough. You can make your way to the merchant district of town.
And
You'll find
I
a
would
local blacksmith.
I'm looking essentially to find a tower shield.
Oh, super easy. Grab this here. You can find a local blacksmith here in town who's more than willing to sell you one for 30 gold pieces.
Excellent. Thank you.
So before we go, would it be best if we made ourselves a little more presentable before showing up?
Like an opportunity to bathe if possible.
I was thinking like a mid-tier bathhouse. Just so their immediate impression of us isn't totally shite.
I mean, we were just fighting rats, and you did jump into a scuzzy pool, so bats might be appropriate.
Well, in a better part of a week on the road.
Nice, so let's find out.
All right, so if y'all are looking for a bathhouse, give me, whoever's taking the lead on it, give me a gather information check.
Huh?
If you're gonna ask around for a bathhouse, can you also help me figure out if there's a grove in this horrible place?
I can ask around.
Kip, you can also do a gather information check.
I'll also
all right.
try separately if I may.
I can also do that.
Well, I've got the people who are taking the lead on it, so we're going to see how that plays out for you all here, since they were the ones taking the lead on finding it. So first, the grove. It doesn't matter what you rolled here, Kip. Everyone you talk to says that if you're looking for trees, leave town.
I hate this place.
There aren't. I mean, you could probably find some in some noble estates that have some land, but very few and far between anyone who has that much surplus of land within the city's walls.
I feel like with my role, we're going to end up in a different kind of house entirely.
Between Jules and Kip, you all do get directions to a bathhouse that you're told that you can get cleaned up in for a fair price. It's on the south side of town. As you all head towards there, there's a sign over the door of the building that you're pointed towards. It says Leanne's Massage Parlor. Give me perception checks, all of you.
Uh,
Okay.
I don't know if I need that. Ooh, 23.
All right, let's see.
oh, look, my feet.
Think we're missing Alara.
Yeah, hold on. Sorry, I was looking something up.
Okay. All right. So everyone but Kip, you're looking at this place and you're like, well, first off, that's not a bathhouse, but maybe they have one inside. It's a fairly small building though. Sort of like a strip mall almost situation. There's another building to the right of it that it's called Trevor's Tinctures. And then there's another building to the left that says Gold Advance.
Oh God.
And as you're
Is there
looking
someone
around,
twirling a sign out front?
you're like looking at it, you're like, I don't know about this. And you also realize as you're looking around the entire area around you, this is probably the slums of the city of Gold. This is a very low socioeconomic level part of the town compared to where you've come from in the market district.
But is this the kind of bathhouse where they don't actually have running water, but they have catfolk?
I mean, the door is there. It looks like they're open according to the sign that's turned and says open on the front door.
It
So
keeps
there's only
walking
one way to find
confidently
out.
towards the door.
All right, I have a suggestion to kill two birds with one stone. What if before we go in and introduce ourselves and start this whatever it is, we go out. Fee can go to a grove.
There isn't
And-
one.
Outside of town.
There probably isn't a grove. There's just trees.
What's the
Well-
other part of your suggestion, though?
No, if that doesn't work, then it's not a big deal. Never mind.
Jules will grab Kip before he walks in. That's not what we're looking for.
Wade, can I figure this out any other way? What this is?
Make an intelligence check.
Why? All the best hits of shit I'm terrible at.
Roll average.
That was pretty good.
You know what you're looking at.
Okay.
You know what you're looking at.
I
I mean, they might have a cleanup area.
Kip, don't do it.
look
You were asking for a fluffer.
I look directly at Jules, and that smile from the highwayman when we had the ruse just comes back. And I throw open the door, point at Jules, and goes, "This man's been dirty! Dirty, dirty, dirty!
I just walk away.
Jules just bolts.
Yeah.
Alara, let's go find an inn. where
Yep,
we
that's
can
what I was
also
gonna do.
Probably take a bath.
Oh, come on! You can smell the scented oils and body
Hold up.
glitter from here.
Hold up.
That's
So
not body glitter, Kip.
as the door is thrown open and Kip makes this exclamation, people start scattering like the fuzz is on them. Kip, you do see inside there's a little table in this foyer area. There is a woman sitting in a chair behind the table with her feet kicked up on the table. She is a halfling woman. And she looks up at you as you start exclaiming that. And then she like looks out the door at everyone as they start running away. And you watch as her face morphs from curiosity to anger.
Uh-oh.
She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She grabs the table and just hurls it to the side and stands up. "You think you can fucking play jokes around here on me like that?" And she starts stomping her way towards you. What do you
Oh
do?
no, she's the proprietress and the bouncer.
I casually keep walking away.
And the masseuse.
Her eyes are locked on Kip as she's making her way towards him.
I just narrow my eyes and give her the worst stink eye I possibly can. I imagine every single person in the temple that I failed out of. And the "I'm not angry, I'm disappointed" look, and I attempt to intimidate her.
Okay, roll it. All right.
Are you fucking
should-
kidding me?
You should issue her a challenge of wills.
I have a plus 16 to intimidate. I'm good.
Don't escalate
Um,
this. Please don't tell her you're a demon.
She
Oh! Thank you
She
for reminding
comes-
me.
she
I'm reminding
comes
you of
to a
things
stop.
not do.
She comes to a stop about 3 paces away from you. Her hands set on her hips as she looks at you, but you see a little bit of a drawback in her shoulders as she's not sure what to do as she starts looking you over. "What game are you playing?"
Oh, zero game. My friend's just incredibly shy and decided to run rather than experience the glory of your establishment. I'll go get him and bring him back. I'm certain he's not the first holy man you've had in these walls.
Well, no, but fine. You fine. You got the gold, I got the time.
Hi, see you shortly. As soon as I get out and close the door, I bolt.
Shortly. Okay, so people are leaving, I'm assuming, right? Everyone else is left. Kip, are you following after the group?
I just have to outrun Jules, yes.
Okay. All right.
Akko would like to try and find a real bathhouse this time.
Gather
Or-
information.
A better establishment than that one.
Okay, gather information.
Scented oils, same thing. It's like it's like patchouli. It's the same as bathing.
Are you guys fucking serious with me right now?
Can we just go to the workhouse, assuming there is one?
So, yeah, I'm going to go and look for an inn or a place where I could get a nice warm bath and whatnot.
Yep.
Gather information.
We're not going to get away from rolling the check, unfortunately.
1 second.
Okay. Alara and Fee,
too.
together, you two managed to get some information from people and find out that there are a variety of inns here in town that you can go to. Are you looking for something cheap? Are you looking for something average? Or are you looking for something high class?
Average.
All right. You are able to be directed to an inn inside the interior of the city, on the east side of town near the lake. It is called...
Oh, kitty. Show us the kitty, John.
Kitty.
Aw.
It is called the Morning Cock.
I look at Fee and say,
Oh,
"Are
God's
you sure
sake.
you want to tell them about this?"
Oh, this looks like the right place for me. I'm good.
And you, but the rest of them.
I mean, Kip's just gonna say that the tavern's named after him.
I didn't know that
Yeah,
Morning Wood
questions
has
better
gravy
left
on
not
it.
asked. Let's go.
Just go with
All right, you guys you all make your way to the Morning Cock. As you approach, you can see that it looks to be a fairly nice inn. It is a 3-story tower, a building made like much the other structure and architecture of this town. It's got a sign out front with a sun with a rooster on the front of it. People are coming and going through the front door. You can see
Yeah, they
inside.
are.
It looks like a nice interior. Looks like a fine establishment. You get the feeling that it's just a very, fun named location.
What the fuck? You all have a problem with the place that I found, but Morningwood was apparently too ostentatious for this establishment.
No, that's the high end inn. We can't afford that place.
What
So we're
time of
staying
day
here.
is it?
It's going on about 3:00 in the afternoon at this point. You all have been moving throughout the interior of the city since you all arrived, going to different places.
I
Okay.
assume this was just named by someone who is absurdly innocent.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I was sort of hoping it was going to be a better pun, and this was a cemetery for fowl.
Oh, Jules, the proprietress
Nice.
of the first establishment, is looking forward to meeting you.
Thank you for arranging that.
Hi,
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
I'm one of those things.
Maybe they just like roosters. Let's go.
Okay, you guys enter into the building. Again, it is a very nice tavern on the inside. Much higher than what Randy's lodge was. Fine hardwood floors. A nice mahogany bar. There's several tables scattered around the place. You can see that there's a stairway that goes up to the higher levels. Packed with people at this point in the day, as people are starting to get done with their regular work. You see a half-orc man behind tending the bar, along with a human man also behind.
This place is just filled with hardwood now, isn't it?
I walk up to the bar. How much are rooms? With baths.
Oh, with a bath, that'll be... are you looking for a private room, or are you looking for shared rooms?
I just want to know what your prices are at the moment.
Well, a shared room for 4 people, you're looking with a bath, about 7 silver. That includes a bath for each of the 4 people staying there. If you're looking for a private room, it's a gold.
I'll share.
One shared room and one private room. Fee and I can share the private room.
As you wish, that'll be a gold and 7 silver, please.
All right, I'll pay that.
Alara, how many days until the party?
Wait, how many days until the party?
2. Give me a knowledge local roll, please.
I do not have I do not have knowledge local.
I will also accept knowledge nature.
What about nobility?
I can do
Not for
knowledge
this one.
nature.
Okay.
3 days,
Fucking
Fee.
hell.
3 days. Spot on. You're like 3 days.
It's 3 days from now.
Yep.
We'll need the room for the next 4 nights. For tonight and the following 3.
Let's worry about tonight first, and then we'll go and see what the situation is this evening after we get bathed and refreshed.
Fine.
I don't know if they're going to want us to do work before the party or what that situation is going to look like yet.
They may
Fair.
put us up.
We'll scope it out. It might be worth just keeping this place as a fallback point too. But after
Yeah.
look.
I'll ask the innkeep, do you have a place we can launder our clothes as well?
We can take a service for it. You're looking for all of you. I'd say about gold and a half, so gold 5 silver for everything. Polish your boots, clean up your clothes, shine your swords if you want.
So about 3 gold for room, bath, and laundry.
Yeah. 2 silver extra,
pay
but
him.
yeah.
I'll put 2 gold down of it, and
I was saying we just pay out of party funds.
oh, that's true.
Yeah, that seems reasonable to me.
3 gold, 2 silver, Akko.
Okay. I
And
hand it to him.
they will direct you all to your rooms upstairs. The half orc will lead you all upstairs to your room. He says that if you're looking for the bath, you just want to go all the way down the hallway. It's the last door. They can take 3 people at a time. Anything you want to have laundered, just leave outside your door, and he will make sure it's taken care of.
Sure thing.
So many innuendos. Why? Wait, I'm gonna go back down to the bar real quick.
Yeah,
Wait, can I get a private room, please?
absolutely. 1 gold.
I'll pass over a gold.
He takes it and hands you a key, and he'll lead you to your private room.
Much obliged.
Absolutely, sir.
I'll leave my laundry outside the door then. It seems like that's been paid for by my companions.
Oh, it's fine. Wherever you want to leave it, that's the room it'll be returned to.
Aye, thank you.
For those of you that take baths, it is a very nice bathing area that they have. They have 3 tubs set up. They are copper basins, not wooden tubs.
Nice.
And they even have spigots on them with little runes that say hot and cold, and you can get the perfect temperatures. They have little bath bombs you can put in there. The whole room smells of roses and lavender. It is a very nice appointed area that you weren't quite expecting this range of a tavern to have.
I begin to see the appeal of the trappings of wealth.
Jules. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
I have a quick question.
Shoot.
When they opened the door, did Akko see the halfling?
Yes,
Could we see her? Okay.
you saw her. Yeah.
So then, if Kip's in his own room, and Fee and Alara are in their own room, so does that mean it's Akko, Jules, and Joel in the bath?
Yeah, Imnos. Yeah.
Or sorry, Imnos. Yeah. Then Akko is going to have a bit of fun, and
Don't
he
you
is
fucking
going
do it.
to alter self into the
Don't
halfling,
you fucking do it.
and he's going to blow a kiss at Jules.
I
Before he
raise
gets in the
a
bath.
brow at him.
Never mind, do it. Do it.
Hymnos is not particularly modest and goes about bathing. For Akko and Jules, you'll notice he has a rather intricate tattoo on his back of a willow tree whose roots are arranged in the pattern of a labyrinth on his back.
Wait, is there a relevant knowledge to know if that's something important?
Double check. Give me 1 second. My classes skills. Which one do I want to use here? Knowledge. Local. Yeah, knowledge local will be the best bet for you. It's a very nice tattoo.
Nice tattoo.
At 20,
Thank
same
you.
question.
Jules, I will shoot you some
Sorry.
information.
Okay.
Um,
You all notice as far as Jules goes, when he takes the bath, he seems very at home in regards to this sort of environment. He has no problem figuring out the hot and the cold. He picks out the bath bombs, sets up his towels in a neat, orderly fashion, and just immerses himself. It almost seems like he melts into the tub with his hair hanging over the backside of it and a towel underneath it. That's a hell of a tattoo you've got there.
It comes from the, well, monastery, I suppose, is the best term for it. I grew up in.
I've heard of faiths that involve such rituals.
I suppose you could call it faith, though not in anything like the Paragons. It's not quite the same.
What type of monastery did you grow up in?
Devotees of the Ninefold Way.
In your own words, tell me what that means.
Those who seek truth in steel and fist. Battle sages, if you will.
That would explain your combat style.
It's a bit more esoteric than most of themselves too, but it can be a very intriguing way.
Is it a spiritual thing? Or
I
is
would say yes, though not in the traditional sense.
Like a respect of an ideal.
If enlightenment is an end goal, I like to think that the paths that lead to it are myriad and uncountable. It is one.
That must have taken some dedication.
It did, and does. But I would say no more so than any of the disciplines that you and your brethren, or Ilara or Fee, or mages like Akko do. Well, I'm not actually sure how it is you do what you do, Akko, or Kip for that matter. But I suspect it takes a good deal of focus.
Faith is it is a power unto itself. Our belief in the Paragons is driven in such a way that belief empowers. I do nothing more than believe, read books, and know the ways that are favored to call down that divinity to this world. Much simpler and easier to read books than a wizard or a spellcaster, but books all the same.
For the most part, our devotion is through training, practicing techniques so that they become precise, specific. I suppose in a way you could say that some of the martial techniques that I learn are prayers of a sort.
In a way, we both do a form of ritual that
Exactly.
furthers us in the world.
I like to believe so, yes.
We'll have to find some time to study together. I'd be interested to see just what we can learn.
I look forward to it.
The door to the bathing area cracks open, and you hear a rap of knocks. We're here to attend. And then the door opens, and two men walk in, and a woman. They're wearing the uniform that you saw the bartenders and the waitresses wearing downstairs. we're here to help you all finish up your bathing and your grooming. Does anyone require shaves and nail polishing?
Was it? This is just Akko thinking. Was it suggested that this would be part of the?
Yeah. They told you that there would be people to attend.
Little paranoid.
I could use some help with nails and such. Hair, I need to. My roots are showing.
Oh, well, we can absolutely help you with that. The woman moves over to you, and she'll hand you a robe. And then once you're ready, she will lead you out of the room to a side room where you can see that there's a chair set up for private grooming.
Okay, perfect. I'll go in there and I'll PM you what's going on.
Okay.
I won't
Akko?
turn down a shave.
I'm okay. I'll just I'll take that robe,
Okay.
and I'm still a halfling, and I will wander out into the hall and go looking for Kip's room.
Okay. One of the men will leave when Akko leaves, and then the last man will take Emnos into his private room to give him a nice little haircut as well as nail grooming. Emnos, as you're sitting with the man, he's buffing your nails, he's cleaning your nails, he's trimming back your cuticles, giving you like a full pedicure. You don't look familiar. Have you been here before?
This is my first time.
Oh, so you've never been to the City of Gold at all, or are you local?
I have not. It's really quite a sight.
Oh, it's a beautiful place to live. I can't tell you how blessed we are in this city for the wealth that the noble families bring.
I see.
Do you need any recommendations for restaurants, nightlife?
Do you have any tailors you recommend?
I might suggest probably about 3 blocks from here. There's a very nice tailor. Looks like he might be within your price range if you're staying here. It's called Gordon's Goods. Most people think he's just a general store, but he actually runs a tailoring out of the back of his shop.
Borden's Goods. Thank you. I'll be sure to give him a look.
Well, if you do go, make sure you get the weatherproofing. He does this sort of like slick on fabric. I only mention it because we had the rains pass through a few days ago, but I'm afraid the rains are coming harshly on the horizon once more. So you don't want to get caught in a deluge.
Certainly not.
A moment passes, Emnos, and in that pause, suddenly your fingers are jerked backwards harshly on your hand. Give me a fortitude save.
Oh, that's weird.
All right, as your fingers are ratcheted backwards, you feel this intense pain shoot up along your wrist all the way up your body, and you feel your body lock up from the sheer pain and panic that springs to mind as you're suddenly under assault and you are stunned in place. The man holding your fingers continues to apply pressure, holding you in place as you watch as all of a sudden the face starts glooping a little bit as it melts away. And as the face melts away, the hair, his red hair starts dripping as the color is lost from the roots down, and the hair grows into a full head of hair that comes down to the shoulders. And now you're looking in the face of a woman that you know well. You're looking at Thea.
Oh.
Emnos, I don't understand what the point is of giving you a phrase to recognize one another if you don't remember it. And she lets go of your hand and throws it back into your chest. And after a moment, you feel that panic swell as you feel your joints unlock and you can move once more. You're going to
My
take 5
apologies.
damage from that.
Yeah. I guess I've been distracted from recent events.
I understand that you've been in school and we haven't sent many people to you over the last few years, but you need to remember your training. We invested a lot into you, and you have a task in front of you that is not without its complexities. You must practice more rigor, more discipline.
I understand.
She leans back in her chair as you see sort of the disciplinarian sort of fade away as she gets more relaxed. We tried to make contact with you after you graduated at the school. I believe you might remember the girl bumping into you in the hallway.
I did.
That was another one of my newer apprentices I had sent by to get in touch, as it were. But she told me you just stared a little bit blankly at her, and so I thought it might be best if I give you a more personal visit.
You can rest assured it won't happen again.
Good. You remember the callback?
As long as the deluge doesn't wash us away.
Excellent. So you are heading over to the gala. I believe that's over at Agrundi's place.
Yes, that's our intention.
I've been hearing some weird things in the town since I arrived. This place has always been kind of weird on our collective knowledge. The people here are too wealthy for their own good and not poor enough to want more. So it creates a weird atmosphere between the classes. Be careful. There's something more going on with this gala than is blatantly obvious.
Can you give me any more information? Even if it's just suspicions.
One second here. Have you ever heard of the Uswain Coalition?
Any appropriate knowledge for that?
Local or history?
Okay.
Or nobility?
Yeah. Well, for history.
Okay.
Anything familiar about it?
Is that the 8th I'm seeing there? I thought that was your
It's the
fortitude save.
12.
Oh, I didn't see an update. One second. Weird, they didn't come through, but I believe you. 12. So you're familiar with the Under Senate. That is the sort of mountain locked region to the south,
Yeah.
west of the continent. They are both above and below ground as far as a nation is concerned. They have a lot of Underdark races that exist within their nation, so they populate both regions. The rest of the Underdark outside of that area is fallen under the Uswain Coalition. They are another nation below the surface of the world that have a huge geographic footprint down below.
And they solely operate beneath the surface?
Solely operate beneath the surface. They have trade with the surface, but they like being below ground and they exist below ground. There have been a lot of conflicts throughout the ages nothing immediately comes to mind recently, but a lot of wars have been fought between the Uswing Coalition and everyone on the surface at one point or another.
Interesting.
They are a very aggressive nation as far as that's concerned.
What's their relationship with the Under Senate?
Neutral is probably the best that you would get. Of all the nations on the surface that they have fought, the Under Senate seems to be the one they've had the least conflict over with the years.
Interesting. Especially as that would be who they'd seem to be the closest to. Yes, I'm familiar with them.
There's been a lot of rumblings over the last 3 months in regards to them. They've been doing something with the Accord. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm waiting for a report back. But they've been having some presence in some of the territories of the Imperium also, from what we've heard. If this gala is going to have the high muckety muck, I haven't heard the Crown Prince will be at this gala. Make sure he is protected. And just be on the lookout. I don't know if the coalition will have anything to do with it in any regard, but it's a powder keg. You get all those high nobility in one location, someone's going to think it's a good time to light that keg.
I see. I'll certainly keep my eyes open.
And like I said, the classes here are weird. The low class doesn't have the same fervor as some of the locations in the Imperium. The place is too wealthy, so they don't divide quite as hard. But those who do feel it, from what I've heard, they're more radical than normal.
How much of this may I share with my companions?
Don't mention the coalition. Anything else is fine. Make sure they understand they need to protect the prince as well. If he dies, a lot of dominoes will fall in directions we don't want them to right now.
Understood. Is there anything else?
Let's finish your buff and polish. As she reaches out for your hand.
Very well.
And she starts giving you a very nice buff and polish. And once she's done, she puts your hand back down and she will give you a clean shave. And then once she's done, she will stand up next to the door. Is there anything that you need from me? How's Alara?
She is fervent in her desire to do good and do better.
Be careful that pendulum doesn't swing too far in the other direction.
Understood.
She nods. She reaches up to her neck to a choker that she's wearing, and she runs her hand along it. And there's a black opal in the center, and as her hand grazes it, it briefly glows white as she once more takes on the appearance of the attendant.
No.
Well, sir,
Incline
I
my
hope
head to
that
her.
we took care of all of your needs today. If you need anything else, make sure you go down to the front desk.
I won't hesitate to.
Excellent. And he opens the door and leaves.
Crack my knuckles a bit to ease the pain in that hand.
Jules, your attendant will make sure you get everything that you asked for. You get a shave if you want it, as well as a full pedicure too.
Yeah, I get them both, and I'll tip her a gold.
Okay. Soon you all are shuffled out, and then the ladies get to have their bath time. Alara and Fee, you both get the full treatment, just like the guys did. Attendants will see to you to make sure you get any hair did that you need. They'll give you a full pedicure, anything else you request.
Awesome.
anything else you all are looking to do here at the tavern, at the Morning Cock?
Nope.
I want
All
to
right.
find the attendants who are going to Kip, and I want to join them.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Well,
I'm not like trying to blend in with them because obviously I'm a halfling walking down the hallway in a robe. I'm just looking for attendants going to a room so that I can bust in the door.
well, technically, Kip would have the last bath time slot because it was you three, then the ladies, and then Kip would be able to go. Kip, I'm assuming that you want to go to the bathhouse.
Yes, I would.
Okay, well, as you exit your room, you look to the left down the hall where the bathing area would be, and then you look to the right because you just feel like you need to look to the right, almost like you're crossing a street, and you see the halfling girl from Leanne's massage parlor walking towards you wearing a bathrobe. And there's two people wearing uniforms behind her.
You never came back. Where's my money?
Give me a bluff check. Kip, sense motive. You are going to get a +5 to that, Akko, because you are wearing her body currently. But that's not good enough. There's something wrong here. The voice doesn't sound right, Kip. It's too low compared to her voice. And there's like a twitch in the lip, like someone trying to hold back a smile.
Detect magic.
Give me spellcraft. That's an illusion. Wait, did you do disguise self?
No,
Or
alter
alter.
self. It's transmutation.
Transmutation. There's a transmutation on that person. Something's not right. Something doesn't add up here.
I keep walking towards him, and
No. You misunderstood. You said you'd be visiting the small scaly fellow in his room tonight. All intimate like. And I'll bluff check that.
Sense motive, Akka.
Yep.
Oh,
you failed, huh?
Well, it's still good enough. You believe
Yeah,
him.
I know.
Like he's confident. You're like, did he do that? Wait.
Well, no, because he's telling me what she said
Right.
earlier to him. So
But at the moment you're like, why is he coming to me?
I might have said that, but now shit. I just dropped the alter self.
The two attendants like take a step back watching this, and then they look at each other unsure of what's going on or what to do.
I hand them each 1 silver, and I thank them for their help in their prank.
Of course, sir.
Excellent sports, and I pat them both on the shoulder, and then I just turn around and walk away.
After a moment, they get past wherever they're feeling, and they'll lead Kip back to the bathing area and give him the full treatment.
just be glad it ended like that. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Never mind.
All right, you all are fully bathed, fully groomed. After a few hours, your effects are returned to you, fully clean, polished swords, polished boots. Everything is gleaming like new.
How about all the knobs? Are the knobs polished too?
In the rooms, yes, the knobs are polished.
I can't. I fucking can't.
Can't see it. Fuck you. So it is about 8 o'clock at night at this point.
Lara, do we want to go check out this post or do we want to do it in the morning?
I think it would be wisest for us to go and check it out tonight.
That makes sense. best for us to appear vigilant.
Let's collect the jokers and get going then before it gets too late. I don't want to interfere with any other dinner gatherings our employers might have.
Absolutely.
When you all see Jules, he, instead of his normal black hair, now has gray hair. Just gray like Kip's. Not
Gravy colored.
like it, but gravy color.
Jules, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Did you age in the bath?
I just got tired of keeping the solid black up. So this should work for now.
Okay.
They just polished
I
him
like
so
it.
well, he just went white.
Kip, time to go.
I can't have my roots showing at a gala. It's not proper.
I mean, I'm sure they have people for that.
I like clutch my proverbial pearls and gasp at Jules.
Yeah, it's not usually polite to show your root in public.
Anyways,
All
let's
right.
head out.
So, as you all leave the morning cock, heading toward the Hagarundi estate, that is where we're going to call it for tonight.
Did we leave out the front door or the back door?
God damn it!
It never ends.
Oh,
All right.
there was one more thing I wanted to say because you,
All right.
you mentioned it earlier. Kip, I found the obelisk. Point at it.
Oh, thank God. I'm always losing that thing.
I'm
All right.
surprised they didn't name the obelisk the morning cock.
It's a big black.
Oh, wait, I have a question.
It's more
Yes.
reliable.
Did we level?
You did not level.
This is bullshit.
I know. I'm a bullshit DM, and that's just the way it goes. I'm power
You're a
trip.
fantastic DM.
Wade levels up.
I would like to take a moment to commend our real MVP of the night, Dave's mustache.
It's true.
The flavor saver.
I
Dave's
was a little
mustache levels up.
disappointed There wasn't more synchronized beard combing tonight. Honestly, I kept watching for it. It just never happened.
All right. Well, thank you everyone who's watching. Tune in next
You're
week
welcome.
as we start getting very deep dived into the Solstice Gala. February, we're trying to push for some more subscribers to the channel. So if you are following, thank you. If you decide to subscribe, I appreciate it. That'll allow us to unlock some more things that Twitch allows us to do, some more emotes and fun things for the channel. But tune in next week. We also have Horde of the Dragon Queen on Tuesday. Should be fun as we try to escape Skyreach Castle with my big 21 hit points. I can totally do it. I just know it. But thank you for tuning in. Have a great night. See you next time.
Bye forever.